Hi, I am Ramgopal from presentationprocess.com. If you have not already subscribed to this channel, please consider subscribing right away. In this video, you will learn how to improve the audience engagement during your Q&A session. Have you ever come across a situation where you said, "So that brings us to the end of the presentation and it's time for your questions. Are there any questions in the audience?" And you hear an eerie silence in the audience. Now, that can be quite nerve-wracking. We all know that any decision is made in a business presentation during a Q&A session and not so much during the pitch. Unless those questions are asked, unless those doubts are clarified, unless those objections are handled, there really is no decision that is made in a business presentation. But then, when your audience remains silent, it can be really nerve-wracking. Now think about this. The issue may not always be that your pitch was bad. There's usually a sense of hesitation in the minds of the audience to ask the first question. No matter how much you assure them, no matter how much you smile and look at their faces, you will not be able to overcome this natural tendency of hesitating to ask their first question. So, how do you overcome the issue? One of the techniques that I use and I've seen quite a lot of good presenters use with success is a technique called prime the pump technique. I know the name of the technique is a bit corny, but then the technique is fairly simple and it works like a charm every single time. Let me tell you what the technique is, but before that, let me give you a quick idea of how a hand pump works and why the technique is named so. This is how a hand pump works. When you pump the handle, you can see that the piston draws water from the ground and fills your bucket. If you leave the pump unused for a long time, you can see that the water level recedes. No matter how hard you pump the handle, water won't come from the pump. The right thing to do in such a situation is to pour some water from above so you can raise the water levels, and when you pump the handle, you can see that the water flows quite easily from the pump. That is exactly what you would do to initiate questions in a Q&A session. When your audience hesitates to ask you questions, you come up with two of the most commonly asked questions on your slide. You put one question on each slide and proceed to say, "While you take your time to think of questions to ask me, a couple of questions that I get normally asked are," and then you show the first question. Now, here is something which is very important for you to note. Keep the questions real. Don't include fake questions that give you an open license to go on a pitch fest. This is not your second opportunity to pitch your product. Ask questions that are real. Think about those questions that were asked in the last presentation that you made. Or if there are any questions that your clients normally ask before they make a decision, include those questions on the slide. Or if this is your first time that you're presenting, then put yourself in your audience's shoes and then ask a question, and more importantly, use the words that they would use in asking that question. Once your audience sees that the questions are relatable and the answers to those questions are honest, then they will loosen up to ask their own questions. Now think about the psychology behind this. When they ask their questions, it is not the first question. Remember, there are already two questions that have been raised and answered, so there is no hesitation in going ahead and asking their questions. This technique works so beautifully that you should try it in your next presentation. Whenever you design a pitch deck, make sure that the last two slides are your own questions when you see that your audience is hesitant to ask their questions. If your audience is open to asking you questions as soon as you throw the floor open to questions, well and good, you don't have to use the two questions that you have in your back pocket. But when they hesitate, which is more likely to happen, you have a fallback option. And again, if you feel that the two questions that you have are very important for the audience to ask, and if you see that your audience has not asked those questions, you can always raise those two questions towards the end of the discussion and you can answer them. So the next time when you design a pitch presentation, since a Q&A can make or break a presentation, make sure that you have those two questions in your back pocket to fall back on. If you like the small idea that I shared with you just now, then you will really like the exclusive content that is available as part of our free presentation process membership. There are some really useful mini courses and downloadable resources that will help you make a professional business presentation quickly. I will leave a link to the sign up page for this free presentation process membership in the description box below this video. Please click on the link and sign up for our free presentation process membership. I'll see you in the next video.